Neon, this is the time to do the intro.
And hello and welcome all the race fans. This is the Z1R Randomizer Rookie Rumble 3 Tournament Round 1. I am Neo No Name, and joining me on comms today is JXB Adam. Adam, great to have a chance to chat with you today.
Hey Neon, not too shabby on that intro. I like it, and it's great to have you here on comms. We also have Opno Point tracking for us. This is the Rookie Rumble 2024 tournament for Z1R. Rookie Rumble 3, I think they're calling it. Our runners have been released. They will be starting shortly. Where do you think we're going to start?
Oh, you know, I'm feeling a little different today. I'm thinking Recorder Lake. Oh, it's too late for
it's
it
the
already.
desert.
Oh, wow.
So what's the first dungeon we'll find and the last dungeon we'll find? That's something for chat too. We'll also get to play Name That Ink Blot because all of our dungeons will be shapes.
Fantastic. I'm going to go out on a limb and say first dungeon is 2, last dungeon is 3. What do you think today?
I think a 139 large secret is amazing. Our first dungeon will probably be level 6 and our last dungeon will probably be level 3.
Interesting. Well, let's see how we pan out on that one. We got a little bit divergent directions going on right now, too. Over here.
Another question. We got a... well, let's see. Are we taking a candle? No, we're taking a heart. I was going to say, when we find that first Takeny cave, if we don't have a candle, will we be taking a candle or not? I know all the pros will take a candle, and if they find something amazing like a ladder as an Armos item, well, they're not going to reset over that. But if they found a red candle, for instance, as an Armos item this early, they would just retry out of it and just completely restart.
And what a find on that Armos item, too. The ladder is going to potentially open up a lot of things in this seed. May not be required, but it's always helpful. All right, we first have our first any roads, but we don't get to see where the rest of them go quite yet.
That's okay. It looks like we're selling meteor insurance, and it looked like 17 rupees is the cost.
Not the best, not the worst.
And level 3 is the first level to be found by Adam on the right side of your screen. For those of us who don't know, we have Adam WM79 on the right and Crackerzack71 on the left. This is a play-in race, so I don't know. Are they playing 3 matches for this play-in? I can't remember.
This is going to be best of 3, I believe.
That's awesome. It looks like, as with the Rookie Rumble flags, we're going to start with the wooden sword, which means when we find the wooden sword cave, there will be a free candle waiting there. There's a second take-any discovered by Crackerzack, and we also started with 8 bombs.
And it looks like we have a transport staircase in 3, so we're looking at a segmented 3.
Everybody loves segments, at least everybody in chat. 61 rupee arrows, and Crackerzack says, yes, please. Now, I don't know about you, Neon, but if I find the ladder is the Armos item, the next stop that I'm going to make is probably the coast, and I see Wizrobes in level 3.
Wizrobes in the dungeon, not quite as good as Wizrobes on the overworld, in my opinion. And I completely agree with you with the coast item. You get 1 item for free for sure with the Armos item, and heck, that 1 item can become 2 very, very quickly. Especially if you get a combat advantage, whether you're finding the white sword, you're finding the magic rod, or you're going ahead and you're even finding the red ring.
Oh, the red ring is a fantastic find. It just makes survivability that much better. We see the blue ring is vanilla 250, 76 rupees for the blue candle. Goma is creeping in the dead woods, a good hint from level 3, and if you didn't notice it on Adam's side, that was an amazing bomb kill on Manhandla.
Oh, we have... oh, no, we don't have a potential push block here. But anyways, that information on level 6, that is very helpful to know. Especially as we start going around and finding different dungeons. Only have 1 so far on the maps, if I remember correctly here.
That's correct. Adam has chosen to dig level 3. Not a terrible idea. Level 3 is a smaller level. You know the item is in the staircase somewhere, but if you don't have a map, it can become very difficult because finding that could just take all of your bombs.
True, true. And Crackerzack unfortunately taking a death on the overworld, but we're going right on back to exploring.
Absolutely. That vanilla 2 screen can any screen where you've got that long ladder to climb can just be a death sentence depending on what the enemies are around you. And it looks like we have a free Triforce on the floor. Adam is taking it safe, and he's going to beam down these land molas from the safety of the left door.
No problem with door strats there. They've caused two. Ooh, and taking a death in the Triforce room.
Was not on the safe pixel.
Well, that's all right. We know the path to the Triforce over in 3, and shouldn't be too
Crackerzack.
bad to back over.
Yep, Crackerzack deciding enough looking for this wood sword free candle. I'm buying the candle. A good move because you're going through a lot of forest screens. There's a lot of burn bushes that could be burned right away. And you might get another large secret, just like that one.
Great large secret. Maybe we'll see a lot of hints purchased today. Maybe a little bit of blue ring action.
I like blue rings. Maybe some meteor insurance.
That's very important. Oh, are we going to get a peek over at our coast item here?
Absolutely. Let's see what the freebie is. A power bracelet.
Not bad, not bad. Could be useful, could not be useful. Certainly going to open things up. Whether or not it brings us to a dungeon is a different conversation entirely.
Absolutely, but I will say one thing. If it's an item that clears overworld blocks, I like to have it while I'm routing my overworld. It just makes me that much more efficient.
Absolutely. And hopefully we'll get to do the power bracelet check right down here on the coast in just a moment. You know, find the item, might as well use it right away.
Yep. So what Adam's doing here in the door is a good strategy, but with that Triforce open in the middle of the room, you can just dash right to the Triforce. You don't have to beam down these land molas.
Oh, and there's level 7 right there on the coast.
Ah, but this time Adam did succeed in getting the correct pixel. There is a wooden boomerang in level 7.
He's looking to dig level 3 a little bit more without grabbing that Triforce. All makes sense now.
Yes, and this is a potential stair room right here, so this could be the item.
And we are in and out of 7 pretty quickly.
And right to level 5. And a good pirouette to unlock that top door, and also gets the bomb wall opened. And we find Dark Nuts in level 5 as Adam picks up the Triforce out of level 3 that block must not have pushed.
Well, looks like we're not going to treat level 5 the same as 7. There's no popping in and popping out. Maybe we'll get a little bit of digging in level 5, which, you know, all things considered, it's not one of the smallest levels out there, but it's certainly a lot more appealing to access than level 7 is.
So, Vanilla Wood Sword Cave, it has a sword, but it's not made of wood. That's the magical sword.
Oh, and there's the floor heart in 5.
That's a great find because now the only rooms that I would be clearing would be staircase rooms or rooms with really easy combat, hoping to find either the Triforce or the compass.
Or even potentially a few keys out there if we could. I know we're running a little bit low. And by low, I mean
yeah. Keys always welcome, especially, so that's one of the tricks of this game is you go into the bigger dungeons and just swipe a few keys for the smaller dungeons. There's the map of level 5, and that is certainly a shape.
Oh my goodness, yes. And 5 can potentially be pretty good for finding keys as well, too, compared to some of the other small ones that can really eat them up. So it's not a terrible idea to go through and do some level of clearing here in 5.
Looks like Crackerzack was given that Gliaka Go finds that it's a transport staircase. Not a surprise, the unwritten rule of level 5 is the first stair you find will be the transport.
And some more meteor insurance found by Adam on his way to Death Armos. 14 small secret.
So I think that rounds out our money at 1428, was it? 139 for the large, and then minus 19 for the door repairs.
Good choice leaving the bomb behind with the Cracker.
Absolutely going to go back down and grab it after... oh, well, maybe not. Here's some hints on Adam's side. Let's see if Adam chooses to take them or save scum them. We started in the desert, so vanilla 1Q3 is a little bit of a hike.
It's a lot of money bouncing around so far this seed, though. There may be some interest in just going straight up and purchasing rather than save scumming at some point this round.
Absolutely, and I'm being corrected by chat that 139 minus 122 is 17, and I will just say that I have not been licensed to do math on stream.
Alright, we have Adam out in the southwest of the map, and...
Yep, and another 28, as Crackerzack sees a hint in level 5 that Aquamentus awaits on Death Mountain. Ooh, another strike on the Manhandla.
Perfect
Great
shot.
bomb placement. And then uses another bomb to open the wall before coming back and picking up this bomb pack. Excellent play.
And Manhandla close to start.
That's right, Adam's already seen that and cleared most of that dungeon. We know there's Wizrobes waiting with that Manhandla. Even if it's not a Manhandla. Ooh, a You Are Here hint. Thank you, game.
The best kind of hint.
Well, these runners are in a race, so they don't have any time for shenanigans, but anytime I get that hint, the old man gets a stab, a boomerang, a silver arrow, a wooden arrow, or if I'm particularly salty, a bomb.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's always a moment or so where it's good to take the frustrations out on the old man.
And chat is correct. We are key blocked out of level 5, and by chat, I mean our tracker, OpnoPoint. Thanks, OpnoPoint. I know that you're going to keep us on point and not making too many mistakes up here in the booth.
And there's the letter over by the grave.
With the money in this seed being what it is, that's excellent. I see at least I see potion purchases as being a very real possibility. And Crackerzack has actually popped all the way up to 244 rupees, only 6 shy of being able to pick up a blue ring. I wonder if there's a little bit of rupee farming in the future, followed by a blue ring purchase. We'll find out soon. There's level 8 in the forest, and Adam tops out on rupees, leaving a whole bunch on the floor. That's unfortunate. I think that might have been the third large secret for him.
I think you might be right there. Losing some money, you know, it's terrible. It's a real shame. But at the end of it all, if he can go and get a blue ring out of this, I'd still consider it a win.
Yep, and at this point, you just mark where the money is, and I would even consider an up and A and a directed B line, because I don't want to be seeing all of these secrets and just leaving them. I want to be able to pick them all up, but that's my playstyle.
Yeah, absolutely. All the money that you could spend on the blue ring and then to come right on back, pick up a few medium small secrets maybe, and go looking for hints, fantastic.
Right, you could even do a save, and if you happen to know where the hints are, you could sneak in a save scum of the hints, especially if you know both hint shops. Oh, some meteor insurance, now out of blue ring range. Nochi, don't call me out like that. I know I can't screen scroll.
There we go.
Blue ring.
Purchase.
Crackers got it going on. Immediately doubling their defense.
Alright, we have things a little bit split right now. One in the desert, and one over in Death Mountain.
Well, Death Mountain, I would even have considered picking up that pity heart, as we call it in the shop, just because dying this far away is a real chore to get back up there.
Yeah, I might even have considered the bombs too. I know we have 4 left to take West and East Death Mountain, and we're hoping for a 4th or a bomb drop at some point here.
And an immediate Triforce in level 8. Will Crackerzack go back in? There are 2 items plus the heart container. Looks like going to explore a little bit. I agree with that play. Absolutely. You get in a reverse C with the red whiz robes. Immediately get to that middle area. Oh no, Adam taking a death on aptly named Death Mountain.
It's tough. It'll be a long walk back. Alright, we have a transport, Nate. But we're not going to take it. Keep digging around towards the start location.
Good use of the candle there to get the rope on the other side of the chute, just to find out that that chute is a useless chute. Take any for Adam, acquiring a heart container.
That's going to be the blue ring shop for Adam. It is, and exactly enough rupees to pick it up.
And blue ring for Adam. That's going to make survivability better. Always a good thing, because again, living is much, much faster than dying. Oh, good awareness to let that bomb spawn before walking into the cave. I know I have left quite a few decent drops on the ground because it takes a second before you can pick them up.
It's absolutely great awareness. And then the compass now over on Crackerzack's side. Unfortunately, we don't need it in 8, but still a good drop nonetheless.
And now we're playing Hyrule's favorite game show, Find the Bomb Wall. It turns out that is a non-trivial thing to do.
A map would be very, very helpful if we could find one over an 8. Give great assistance in finding those two different scare items that we have in here.
And we see potion prices. It's a red knight for 53, with the blue being 31.
Bomb drop for Crackerzack.
Yep. Crackerzack doing exactly what I would have done. Kill those blue whiz robes. You've got a good chance of getting that bomb drop before moving on. As we can see, the bot has been kicked and is now working, so take a moment to follow these two runners if you're not already following them. They are putting on a great show for our entertainment tonight, and the least you can do is send them a follow. It doesn't cost you anything, and it shows great support for them. And also, follow the rest of the commentary crew, my co-com here in the booth, Neon, and our tracker, Opnopoint. The trackers are the unsung heroes of all of these races. Without trackers, we don't get restreamed.
That's a great call out. You can see that Adam just got a chance to peek at what the coast item was, and now Adam knows that there's a power bracelet hanging out over on the right over there. Once they can get the ladder.
Oh my! Look at that level 8.
Goodness gracious! Wonder what that shape is.
Oh, that shape? Oh, that's just Atari ET. Every shape that I can't identify must be Atari ET, right?
But they all work out so well. This is a very strange path of linear and semi-linear with 8, with the way that everything is set up. Definitely a lot of choke points. We're either going to get through with magic stairs or cross our fingers in those ones.
Oh, you do have to survive this blue Rizrobe 4 Beamos room. Disgusting. Rewarded with Aqua Mentis, and Aqua Mentis, while a semi-trivial boss, can be non-trivial. Good job taking him down, Crackerzack. And rewarded with the Coast Heart. So the Coast Heart is in level 8. Semi-hooray! We are one step closer to being able to lift the magical sword. And for anyone in chat who doesn't know, our white sword item is forced to be the recorder and can be acquired with 4 hearts. The magical sword is just the magical sword, and we have forced it to be able to be acquired with 10 hearts.
Crackerzack hoping not to need to spend a key, but unfortunately it looks like that is the path for us, and land molas always a concern.
Ooh, caffeinated land molas, the ones you just don't want to deal with. Don't try to go that way. It won't work. Oh my goodness, makes it through. Good job, Crackerzack. And rewarded with Gleeok, putting the Glee in dungeons since 1986. Now, this NSU room for Adam is
block is in, whether it's the key door or a bomb hole, and then you enter your dungeon, it will pop that open for you too. It's a great way to save keys, and a great way to save some bombs when you're getting into these dungeons.
And that's a great explanation. I believe one other way you can trigger it is from an up and A inside of the dungeon, which is even cooler. And we see Adam is in this level 8. He doesn't know it, but if he sticks around here and digs both items, the silvers will be his.
Would be interested to see how it plays out. It's not the most fun combat in there with all the whiz robes. We may see Adam leave and come on back with increased offense or increased defense, or we may see the dig entirely.
And we see Crackerzack taking a slightly different route through level 3, seeing the Triforce, and instead of going up, probably looking to see if there's a way without key doors. There's the floor heart, up to 9 hearts, 1 more heart, and the location. And if Crackerzack knows the location of the magical sword, we're gonna see some offense increased.
And I think they may. I want to say that we first saw the magical sword on Crackerzack's screen, right over at the start.
Ooh, taking a Wizrobe beam to the back. You don't want to be taking red Wizrobe beams. The developers decided red Wizrobes were, because of their being stationary, that they should shoot more powerful magic. So that was 2 full hearts of damage with the blue ring. And now you'll have left molas because of the exit you took. Don't just try to body through. Ooh, makes it. That's all that matters, but wow, that was closer than it should have been.
Either a lot of luck or a very calculated risk.
That first one. And Crackerzack, knowing there's an item in here, going back in. Will this be a play that nets another key item? Perhaps the bow. Maybe the any key. Perhaps the book. 2 nice-to-have items and 1 required. Oh, we see Adam goes and grabs the fairy. I don't believe that fairy was needed, being as Adam was on full hearts, but I understand because I collect all the shiny whenever I play.
Absolutely, you get it so ingrained into you to look for any of the curative items you can find.
That's what makes these likes or pancakes so miserable. There are a ton of stabs. They eat your magical shield, and they never drop anything.
Oof, blue Wizrobes having fun with Crackerzack right now.
Yeah, blue Wizrobes do not respect personal space. There you go, just stand right there, keep them phasing in and out of those blocks. Just start stabbing. Stabs, don't use your bombs. They're stuck in that phase, in that phasing state. So you can just keep stabbing.
There we go.
And again, we had shutter doors, so that block was not going to push unless it opened. And ooh, here's a reverse C. This is probably the item, but that's a difficult room to get through. There's a couple of tricks that can be used, not the least of which is the fact there's a bubble there. Just run into the bubble before you get hit. Get your iframes from the bubble.
There it goes, Crackerzack's last bomb. You're gonna have to do this room the old-fashioned way with the sword.
Well, I know how I would handle it. I would take out a few enemies, and then I might get a bomb pack, and then I might get a clock.
A clock. And it looks like Adam is leaving 8.
Oh boy, but I don't think Adam pulled either item, and here's the wand in level 3.
That's a nice combat upgrade.
Yeah, that's one of those nice to have items, not required to beat the game, but wow. And honestly, who can blame Adam for dipping out of level 8? It's a bigger dungeon, even though it has 2 items. There's Wizrobes in there. 4 hearts and Wizrobes, even with the blue ring, is not especially comfortable.
Oh, I would have left way sooner than Adam actually did. I'm impressed that Crackerzack stuck around.
And here Crackerzack's about to see the magical sword. I don't think that they'd seen it yet. Or that he'd seen it, excuse me.
Well, now we know just one more heart, and we're good to come right on back.
Purchasing the bait. An interesting decision early. I can definitely support it. Now, when you come across the meat block, you are prepared. In the meantime, we see Adam is finding all the take-innies that Crackerzack already came across and rapidly increasing the heart count. Oh, don't leave those fivers hanging around even in a big money seed. Money is power. Or potions.
Or hints.
Yes. Hints where knowledge is power. Actually, hints are very nice because they can tell you, hey, you need to dig this, or don't dig that, or, I don't know. Other interesting things, we see level 9 at the bottom of Candle Row. Alright, a hint for the location of the recorder in the Dead Woods. Most likely under a burn bush.
Well, we just may see Crackerzack going right down that direction after the Death Armos, so we may get to see that recorder sooner than later.
All depends on the routing. I think you are most likely correct.
Ah, the potion purchase. Good purchase.
Absolutely. You could be in a tough combat room and that potion can get you through it, and that is worth every rupee. I think Crackerzack might be beating... Oh, here's level 6 in the Dead Woods. Crackerzack might beat Adam to the recorder, but just because already in the area.
Oh, excellent bomb. Excellent.
I think that's the 3rd time I've seen Crackerzack nail the Manhandler with a bomb. And here's a right staircase. Is it the item?
It absolutely is.
That is a relatively free red ring. I like it. It's going to make survivability even better for Crackerzack, and I anticipate that Adam is also going to find that. And none too soon to find Patronus in the next room. Expando Patras, a little bit easier to take on with the red ring.
Down goes Patra. Now, the question is Crackerzack going to stick just for the Triforce, or stick around to try to pick up the heart in order to guarantee mags right after this?
So, in Crackerzack's position, I would kill any easy room I came across, but once I picked up the compass, I'd be beelining the Triforce room. There's easier dungeons to find a heart container.
It looks like we're going to see... Yeah, it looks like we might be seeing exactly that behavior. Ah, and there's
Well,
the map.
The map makes it nicer. Now, we might route a few extra rooms. I'm not sure. Obviously, we're routing a few extra rooms. We'll see. Possibly just looking to see if there's a way around using keys. Because that key count is 1, and now it is 0. That was a good Moldorm kill by Crackerzack. Moldorm, that particular boss could be used for a free bomb refill with a 10 count. And if you're wondering what I mean, as Adam finally gets the ladder from the Armos, all you do is start by bodying into the Moldorm before taking out any of the segments. There are exactly 10 segments, so you body into it and then take out all the rest without taking a hit, and poof, instant bomb, as long as you take out the last one with a bomb. Crackerzack gets the Triforce out of level 6, moving on.
Continue to poke around in the Deadwoods, hoping that that hint pays off. Oh, and more hints.
Slightly more expensive hints. I would write that down, and I would absolutely save scum those, looking specifically for my bow hint. And here's the recorder for Crackerzack.
Fantastic, and it looks like we might be going immediately to Recorder Lake to do a check with it.
Not a bad idea. We're in the neighborhood. We've got the recorder. Makes sense to me. And of course, we free the merchant from under the lake, and what do? Charge us money.
I'd be confused if it was still a door repair, but I guess if you're going all the way to the bottom of the lake for meteor insurance, you can spare a few rupees for that.
I think so. We have Adam up on Death Mountain, and here's the second hint shop. The Dongo dwells with the bow. How perfect of a hint was that? Level 2 contains our bow.
Fantastic. The remaining ones might be a little bit pricey for now, but like you said, we may just come back and save scum those at some point.
Maybe. I mean, we've got the bow hint. We already have the silver arrows. All the hints will tell us is we don't necessarily need to dig. Here's level 1 at Spectacle Rock. A great find for Adam. Let's see if there's something helpful in here. We know it won't be the wand or the red ring, but we still have the white sword outstanding. And oh no, another Wizrobe dungeon.
Wizrobes are not level 1. It's such a small dungeon. There's so much to be gained from here. Unless it's Wizrobes all the way down to the level, then it's worth going ahead and doing some level of digging just to go and get as many things as you possibly can. Especially if you don't know where the silver arrows and the bow are.
Oh, absolutely. In Adam's shoes right here, I would be digging both items, and I'd also want the heart container just for survivability. Those BMOS rooms are just rude. Oh, and followed by key door after key door after key door. This is the only issue that you might find with level 1. It's key doors all the way down.
Gives a lot of incentive now to clear all the rooms, or at least as many of the rooms as you can that are not combat intensive. Hoping not just for that floor item, that polar heart, but hoping for those keys as well.
Well, absolutely. And this should be a push block, and it is. Let's see what we get. Crackerzack getting the letter.
And the white sword. Very nice.
That is a great find. That's going to double the combat output of that sword, which I think Adam is going to be very, very happy to have. The only sad thing is that's the stairway, so all the other rooms that are potential drop rooms that could be heavy combat might be just eking. Oh, look at the location of that Triforce. This is either the most linear one in all of existence or segmented.
better be hoping for a key drop here, or we might not be able to make it much further in one.
You can push against that key door, but it will not open. Unfortunate. That's okay. I'd head back down and... I don't know. Just be sad. There's the magical sword hint for Crackerzack. And level 4 on Death Mountain for Crackerzack. And there's a floor heart. Crackerzack's up to 11 hearts, so the magical sword can be his with a short trip back to start.
Magical sword and the red ring, I mean, combat's going to be so much easier.
Don't bomb those walls, Adam. You can pirouette those walls. Or you could just pick up a pack of logs. Log, everyone. Everyone likes log. And it looks like Adam is indeed key blocked out of 1. And here's level 2 right next door. So this is good. It's not Silver Arrow's good, but it's good.
And we're finding some more keys already, which is great.
Yep, also picking up a few hearts. So one other thing to keep in mind is whenever you enter a dungeon, you can up an A and continue in the lobby, and you are going to get 3 hearts. So just a little tidbit of knowledge that can help with again that dungeon survivability. Looks like we're having slight problems with Crackerzack's stream. Hopefully that will be back shortly.
As we take a look over here on Adam's screen in 2. Now, Adam doesn't know that the bow's in here, but we do. And since it's going to be a floor item, we're probably going to end up seeing Adam clear out as many combat light rooms as possible here, just to go and get keys, get the floor heart, get the item, etc.
Absolutely, and in fact, we can see this enemy set is much nicer than level 1's enemy set, so the combat shouldn't be too bad. I will take Keys, Pole's voice, that sort of thing, over Wizrobes any day of the week.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially the day that I'm playing Legend of Zelda. There's the bow just on the floor. Adam picks it up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And also having purchased the wooden arrows, in position to be able to take out Gomas, which might be important. And here's that bait block. Probably not required? Question mark?
Yeah, hopefully not for Adam's sake. We'll see if there's anything
all right.
There's the floor heart.
Picks up the spare on the manhandler, rewarded. Very, very nice. Crackerzack is back and picking up a potion.
And there's our Triforce in 2. Floor
all
heart,
right.
bow, and Triforce.
Bow, floor heart, Triforce. Time to go. And with 3 keys, I anticipate Adam will head right back to level 1. It is right next door after all.
Just as you predicted, into level 1.
Yep, there's still a floor item outstanding. There's a floor heart in here. And of course, there's a Triforce that we need to be able to beat the game. Crackerzack, continuing the East Death Mountain dig, finds an any road that led up here. Oh boy. these early dungeons were very much available early.
Absolutely. Sometimes it pays to check out the any road, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's all a gamble that you take.
Well, I almost always check them out, and there's a key purchase by Crackerzack. I agree with that, even though keys are expensive. Oh, Adam taking a death to the land molas. One thing to keep in mind there with the left molas, get under the block. Use the blocks in the room to help your survivability if you can.
We see Crackerzack finding level 1, and into level 1 he goes.
With a red ring, this is going to be a little bit easier, especially with 13 hearts. The only thing missing is that magical sword. And honestly, finding that any road, I would have been very highly tempted to get off of Death Mountain using that any road to go get that magical sword. The speed increase in combat is well worth it.
We're right back at the Patra in 1. And we're going right past again. See what those land molas have to say this time around.
Well, there's a key on the floor, so that's all those land molas have. If I had a potion here, I might consider using it just to have beams for that Patra, so you could use a little bit of door strats. But much like the Wizrobes, Patra does not respect your personal space and will go right into the door after you. Ouch! Adam taking another death in that land mola room. And we see Crackerzack did get the Triforce out of 4.
Right now we have Crackerzack into 2. The Silver Arrows picking up the bow in here is going to be a very nice combat upgrade.
Absolutely, a Silver Arrow does magical sword damage. And as our tracker is pointing out, we have a recorder and a Triforce out of a level on Death Mountain. We could just recorder right back to that level. Good thought. I didn't consider that, but absolutely. Just go down immediately. Oh, don't stay in the doorway. If you're going to use the potion, don't use it for that key. Use it for the Patra. I'm just trying to will Adam to do awesome things. Get the key without taking a hit. Ah, get out of there. You don't need to kill him now. You've got the key. Also, once you've killed one land mola or one moldorm, you can leave the room, and the other one, seeing its friend die, will run away.
You can see that same behavior with a Dodongo when you, with a Digdogger when you go and blow the whistle. Now I don't even know what you call those tiny little Digdoggers that they make there, but if it splits into 3 and you kill one and leave, the other 2, gone.
Well, I originally called them Diglets, but somebody told me that's a Pokemon. So I just call them Dogger Pups, I guess.
I like that. That works.
We can make up names. We're good with that. The community will correct us. There's the map finally for level 1, and look at that level 1. That's a scepter if I've ever seen one.
Spot on. Very linear looking one. Up, and there's our floor heart.
See, those linear dungeons are the worst, and that bomb wall didn't open, which means that is the old man, and that old man is guarded by that Patra. That Patra is required.
Thankfully, we still have a blue potion left if that Patra becomes a bit unruly for us.
I'd use the blue potion right now. There you go. Good job. Survive. That's the most important thing. And we see Crackerzack stream having a little bit of trouble right now. Oh, back up, back up. Get out of that expando range. Oh, well. We got it. We got it. We're going to even keep our beams. Good job, Adam. The old man says, would you like to buy some bombs? Well, some other thing about the number of the Darknut, but that's awful. And the magical boomerang is the floor item in level 1. It looks like Adam rushed right up to grab it. Hops into some pancake armor. Good call.
That should do it for all the items in one. White sword, magical boomerang, floor heart obtained. Just grab that Triforce and get on out. Oh, but a key is nice to take.
Keys are nice and hopefully not bad combat. Oh, best combat. Just walk right in and grab it. And with that, Adam is saying adios to level 1 and already done with level 2. More Death Mountain exploration will give him level 4. And I agree 100% with Nochi in the comments in chat. No combat, best combat.
Oh, absolutely. And now we have the white sword being picked up on Crackerzack's side, but they're already prepared for the magical sword at this point. So helpful in Dungeon 1. Ideally, they pick up mags after this. We'll see.
At least helpful until they get back down to mags. Maybe they're just a little committed to this Death Mountain dig. Can be understandable, not thinking, hey, I can get right back up here. Honestly, it's a race situation. This is the Rookie Rumble. We have beams. Back up and just beam them.
And now we have Adam into level 4.
There's level 4. Ooh, nice job with the double taps with the wand and white sword. When they both come out together like that, they both hit, doing 4 hit points of damage.
Close, but not quite on being able to afford that bomb upgrade.
Sees the magical boomerang and says, yes, please. And this wand has been putting in some serious work for Crackerzack, as Adam has found the stair item, about to pick up their log. Well, I guess logs. But every kid wants to get log. So, I think we have seen all of our dungeons except for level 5. Where is level 5?
Now, correct my memory here, but is level 5 done on the coast right next to level 7?
You know, I think you're right. I think we've seen both of them. So there you go. I didn't say I could remember. I mean, we're at the forgotten spot, and I forget that all the time.
And I think having these two dungeons right next to each other, 5 and 7, is going to let Crackerzack get in, get out, and clear that up pretty fast.
Now the question is, has Crackerzack seen level 9 yet? I mean, if we continue upon this path, we are going to come across level 9 in short order because it is at the bottom of Candle Row. Picking up a pack of bombs, I agree. Bombs are good. And of course the first moblin we kill drops bombs, and so does the second, because that's how this game rolls. And here's another any road. There's the Triforce out of level 4 for Adam. I believe they've got Log, they've got Heart, they've got Triforce. They are done with level 4.
Absolutely. And we'll see as Crackerzack is clearing out Candle Row right now. Level 9 should be just a few screens away.
Yep, and I expect once seeing level 9, there will be a pit stop at start at the regular start screen to pick up the magical sword, and then on to the remaining dungeons. Question in chat, did Adam miss the silvers in 8, or do they know they have to go back in? They do not know they have to go back in, and as other people have said in chat, the silver arrows were deep in level 8, so the Triforce one room in was kind of like a one of those, what would we call them, sus Triforces. As in, they look too good to be true, and in this particular level 8's case, it is too good to be true. And I think Crackerzack may have forgotten where the magical sword is, going back into the power bracelet spot.
Or mismarked on their tracker. We are oh so close, but we're checking them all around this area.
Good use of the Any Road by Adam there to get back down off of Death Mountain.
Absolutely. Crackerzack may just lean in on 5 and 7 without going for mags.
Well, the white sword is the white sword generally makes mags a little less important. Many of the pros will not go out of their way to pick up mags if they have the white sword. But me personally, I will cross all of Hyrule for that white sword, or that magical sword, excuse me. I'll cross it for the white sword too.
There's been many a seed that has gone much, much better by having the red ring and the magical sword.
Absolutely, and I think, oh, look at this play. Adam's going to go back into level 3 looking for the heart container and the item. I don't believe Adam got the heart container out of here, so the item and heart container will make Adam eligible to pick up the magical sword. And as we can see from this map of Crackerzack's level 5, Crackerzack has seen most of this level already. So even with the double swing and, well, I guess double swing and red ring, this room isn't as horrible as it could be, but I still like to leave these horrible combat rooms until they're all I have left in the dungeon.
Oh, agreed. That's one of the worst possible things you can walk into in a dungeon.
So this T room means the transport stair is logically required. If you know how to do it, you can ladder clip across that T room though, so you don't have to come back down here to the transport. Ouch. I was going to say, I wouldn't be killing this room, I'd just be getting out of it, because it's not going to drop anything, because it was the exit of the transport stair. But again, excellent job with these double taps, and just makes these dark nuts go splat. And here's the tea room that we just saw.
We are running out of spots in 5 to check.
We do see the map for level 3. That looks like a spaceship that's breaking apart.
Oh, I can absolutely see that.
And the compass in 5. I was just going to say, it confirms that you do have to go to the very last room to get the Triforce.
At least it tells us we're on the right path.
Well, otherwise, you've got to have some questions for the seed. This is some excellent double tap combat out of Crackerzack. And there's the book. Now, the book will add wand fire, but in this flag set, the book also acts as an atlas. And I like the use of bombs on that lower Gibdo by Adam to make sure that this room got cleared quicker. And rewarded with the wand. There is the Triforce for Crackerzack, and it is a super room. That was also the room with the book.
We are just one Triforce away from opening up 9 over on Crackerzack's side.
That's right, and we know level 9 is going to contain the red candle and the magical key. By process of elimination, we've seen all the items in this seed. And there's our map for level 7. This is the power of picking up the book, even if it does add the wand fire.
And the wand fire can be a little disruptive at times, but it's absolutely worth it getting access to all the maps for free. Though you
of course,
got 7 that quickly.
Of course, yeah, when you kill the manhandler, it immediately drops a map. That's just like, feels bad, man. But the map for level 9 is still absolutely worth it. So level 7 is a King Cobra.
Yeah, that works out. I can definitely see that one curled up a bit.
I just see the left side of it as being like the Cobra with the hood open. I agree with this play by Crackerzack. Skip the difficult combat, come back to it if you need to. I think... oh, Adam is still looking for the floor heart here in level 3. There's the Triforce in 7. Yeah, we're picking that up. And so, Crackerzack has assembled the Triforce of Wisdom and is now eligible to enter level 9. So, Neon, you want to tell them what we're going to be doing in level 9?
Well, in level 9, we are there to rescue the kidnapped, to rescue Zelda. So we are looking for 2 things. The first one is a roar, the sound of Ganon. Whenever we are one room adjacent, either up, down, left, or right from the room that Ganon is in, we are going to hear him making some noise, and it will be time for us to hunt him down. And the number 2 is a door, a single shutter door, that is protecting the kidnapped, in this case, Zelda. That shutter door will not open even when all of the enemies in that room have been killed, unless Ganon has been taken down. Then it will pop open immediately. Once we find those 2 those 2 rooms, we have everything we need. And there's the magical sword for Adam.
That's right, and as chat can see, I can't type the word hype when I'm typing fast. That sounded pretty good for an explanation. And so there is exactly 1 case where you will not find a single shutter door.
Oh,
that could lead to the kidnapped. And that would be the room that Ganon is in. That could have up to 3 shutter doors, behind one of which the kidnapped may be located. And this is definitely a level 9. This is an elephant that's pondering life's existence.
So far, not the worst enemy set we could have seen for 9.
Oh no, I have yet to see any Wizrobes, which means I don't think there are Wizrobes for this set. And I don't know if this is a Darknut set or not. This might be the friendliest enemy set, which is actually very bad news for Adam, who still needs 3 more pieces of the Triforce. And to find the silver arrows. Now, there will be 3 old men giving hints in level 9, and there are 4 potential hints in level 9, so it is possible that Adam could get an almost immediate hint that the silvers lie elsewhere. However, there's only so much time, and Crackerzack is zipping through this 9. Adam has found level 6.
Now, in level 9, as we're going through, I notice we haven't really been pushing any blocks, but there are quite a few staircases that we can run into here. Now, if I remember correctly, there is 6 transports in here, which leads to 12 entrances and exits, not to mention 2 items in 9. So we have 14 potential push blocks. And those magical staircases may just be required to find Ganon or to find the kidnapped.
Or if we're having an especially great seed, to find both Ganon and then the kidnapped. Here's the red ring for Adam. Just be careful getting to it. Success! Red ring acquired. Survivability increased for Adam.
Well, with the red ring and with the magical sword, we could see some churning through the remaining levels from Adam here. We have no idea how level 9 will be, and level 9 does tend to do level 9 things and make it a little bit complicated for our runners.
That's true. The only thing that I remind people when it comes to the great equalizer that is level 9 is that whatever it does to Crackerzack, it's probably going to do to Adam as well, or the other runner regardless. But sometimes it is just as simple as one goes right out of start and one goes left out of start, you know, and the right path just leads you on this long and twisting tail that doesn't actually lead anywhere. The left path is immediate Ganon, immediate Zelda.
And that brings us back to some of the other hints we might find in here. So there's the hints vis-a-vis whether or not the silver arrows will be found in here, but there's also a chance that we'll get a hint about where Zelda is, or where Ganon is, or who's actually guarding the compass. Those are our 4 options, and we'll get to 3 of them that show up in here. So ideally we can see a hint as well that will give some sort of direction to where the right spots are to go here.
Absolutely. And do you know what the best compass hint is?
Oh, what is the best compass hint?
The absolute best one you can find is the one that says the kidnapped guards the compass. I think I broke Neon.
I had forgotten that was even an option out there. That is absolutely the best one.
Of course, when I say that, I obviously mean from the commentator's point of view or the spectator's point of view. From the runner's point of view, it's the reason why we don't want them to have their microphones on, because they may utter some non-family friendly phrases. Yeah, Rupees guard the compass is also pretty good. Crackerzack into an item stair, sees the indie key, turns around, realizes it's the indie key, turns back. All the keys for Crackerzack.
5 keys is a lot of keys, but 9, as we said, 9 can do 9 things. So having the magical key is fantastic. We go down a transport.
Okay. Adam picks up the Triforce out of level 6. 2 more Triforces and a little tiny jaunt into 8. That's a very big jaunt into 8 to find the silver arrows. And we might have ourselves a race, ladies and gentlemen. Also, for anybody who's on YouTube watching this later, the chat has several of our veteran runners who are reminding us of other funny things you can find about the compass, such as rupees guard the compass or nothing guards the compass.
And there's one of those other hints we talked about. The beast awaits in the southwest of the skull. So now we have a rough idea of where we can find Ganon.
Yes, the giant full block of rooms that is the southwest of Skull in this particular level 9.
All the rooms that we need to move around in over here in 9. Bombs look like they might be becoming a premium.
With 1 bomb left, the trick here is to be able to count to 10. And I know I have a severe problem with that.
Looks like we're going the roundabout way, and there is Ganon's room, but there is no Ganon, so he'll be hanging out elsewhere today.
Guess there's somebody saying, Ganon's not home, man.
See Adam over there in level 5, fighting with the Gleeok.
And Crackerzack has found the door that leads to the kidnapped. So has 2/3 of the puzzle solved and a hint for the location of Ganon. This 9 has to turn extremely trolly for Adam to crawl back into it.
With no bombs right now, that is a real possibility.
Yes, Crackerzack has no bombs, and Adam got 2 bomb drops and the room dropped bombs. That's the game being funny, folks. Adam doing the same dance with the rupee boss that Crackerzack did earlier to try to leave those bombs on the floor. You have magical sword, get in there and sword down that plant.
As Crackerzack goes on adventures in various different magic stairs. Time to figure out which one of these is going to get us where we need to be.
Oh, I'm thinking there might be a magic stair past the kidnap that you have to go through to get to the magic stair that gets you to Ganon, because I know how to call trolly things. As Adam continues in level 5, about to hit the T room that says you have to go the other way. Bomb drop for Crackerzack. That's just what the dungeon ordered.
We have quite a bit more that is opened up now. Hopefully.
Let's see if Adam knows how to do this tea room clip. The answer is no. As we enjoy the slideshow that is Crackerzack looking for Ganon. What many runners may not realize is that this game was originally in 480i, which means interlaced. So streaming at any higher resolution will not improve the way the game looks. However, if you are doing professional streaming, you still may want your camera to look nice. Oof. Bomb did not open. Gonna bomb the wall again just to make sure it didn't open. So right now, level 9 is definitely giving Crackerzack the business in terms of just being awful, as Adam has discovered that yes, you must see absolutely every room of this level 5. Super gross.
But we do have Adam swiftly approaching the Triforce, knows where it is, right on the path to get there. Whereas Crackerzack is wandering around looking for, I'm presuming, bombs in this instance, to get right back into 9 and get back on the track.
So this is a case where marking your shops on your tracker could be a good thing. Unless, of course, you're like me and think trackers are for wimps. I am, of course, kidding. It is incredibly difficult to play this game without a tracker. Your brain will become mush very quickly. Here is the book for Adam. He'll be able to pick that up and then walk up and get the Triforce. Crackerzack gonna pick up the magical sword. Can't blame him. Makes combat that much faster.
Should be making short work of the things that they are running into over in 9. If only the path to Ganon was known.
Oh, gets a bomb drop off the blue Octorok. Adam still needs to complete level 7 and get back to level 8 for the silvers. If you have those hint shops marked, this might be a good time to save scum those hints. Wimp. I see Wimp in the chat too much. I did something. And what I did was just, say something about that. Adam finding out that, oh yes, I did get the boomerang out of level 7 very early in the seed.
So Adam is going through 7 and ideally picking up the Triforce, getting out. All that's really going to remain is finding those silvers in 8. Being sure that 8 is the right place to go. Now, I haven't necessarily... Actually, if we take a look, Adam pretty much knows where most things are. You're basically doing a gamble down to 8 or to 9 at that point.
Yeah, the problem is there's 2 items in 9 and 1 item in 8. So math says go to level 9. Also, you still have, going into 9, you can find the path to the kidnapped. You can find the location of Ganon. These are all very important things to have knowledge-wise. Unfortunately, from our all-seeing eyes in the commentary booth, we know going to 9 is the wrong play.
And we have yet to see a hint on Crackerzack's screen that comments that the silvers are elsewhere. So it would be a lot of digging from Adam's side.
Well, Opno is pointing out that Adam did not see any of the items in level 8, so it's actually a 50-50 gamble, but it's still a gamble where most people are going to choose to go to level 9, I think. However, I have commented a lot of races, and what I've noticed is what I say, the runners usually do the exact opposite of it to prove that I have no idea what I'm talking about. And going into 8, now the heart is on the way to the silvers, so we'll have to see how long Adam sticks it out in here. Going to go left first, that's going to cost a little bit of time.
I have to hope, though, even if Adam finds the heart on the way to the silvers, you're already in 8. You're already a decent way into 8 at that point. You might as well close out on the last item before you get to 9. Ideally.
Of course, Crackerzack has made his way to the southwest of level 9, where we know Ganon lurks. And there is a big 0 next to that bomb count. It looks like bombs may be the requirement. So I saw a seed yesterday where absolutely every bomb wall in 9 opened. I think it was it yesterday or day before? All the bomb walls in 9 opened, which was really weird. Crackerzack has found the compass confirming the location of the kidnapped.
Crackerzack has seen a lot of this 9. Running out of options in terms of places that they could go to find Ganon. We may very well be finding ourselves in a bomb block or a staircase bringing us to the right part of the map.
And by right part, we mean the exact part. Ladies and gentlemen in chat, let's put our hands together for the big piggy Ganon. Now, with the magical sword, Ganon is going to take 4 swipes to cry uncle. Once Ganon is crying uncle by turning red, a single silver arrow will end the piggy and reduce him to bacon dust, revealing the Triforce of Power.
And there it is.
So all that is left now is a walk back to the kidnapped. Unfortunately for Adam, time is almost up. But we find the bomb upgrade, 119 rupees. 2 bombs. Game, what are you doing to us?
This is a seed that does not like bombs.
Well, I would argue the seed likes bombs so much that the seed is keeping all the bombs for itself.
I'll accept that argument. I think that is very fair. Alrighty, just a few more rooms, and I believe this path was mostly linear to get all the way to the kidnapped here.
I think you are correct. And there's the door. It pops open. We would have to get hit by the flames about 150,000 times. Crackerzack, our winner tonight. Let's get our GGs out. An official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 10 seconds.
GG's out to Crackerzack. That was certainly a very trolly 9. A lot of perseverance to get through that.
Yep. I think it was either a staircase or a bomb wall to get there, and either way, really gross. And we have Adam persevering. What was it, back-to-back items in level 8? I can't remember, but we will find out shortly.
May not have been back-to-back, but they were certainly not terribly far from each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't up an A. You're really deep in this 8. Just keep going. You'll find those silvers. And it looks like our race winner, Crackerzack, will not be joining us tonight. No mic set up, unfortunately, so no interview from Crackerzack. But we still send them GGs, and as usual, I will tell you, please, chat, I implore you, follow the runners. They deserve it. Look at this great race they put on for us tonight, for our entertainment, so that we don't have to go channel surfing on TVs, if anyone out there remembers what a TV is. Or what channels on a TV are. It's all streaming nowadays.
That with the reference to 480i, my goodness, with the old school TV references today.
I can't help it, that's what they told me to do. Our tracker Opno actually tracked the location of the silvers in here. It's going to be up one room and then left one room, and that will be their location. Good half-tile awareness with that blue wizrobe to avoid a beam. And it's this room here.
Magical sword making clearing up this room very fast for Adam. Grab those silvers and get on out.
And this is how you can know Opno is the most professional Z1R tracker that I know. Tracking all the dungeons when it's 2 runners. That is easily tracking all the dungeons more than I track.
Yeah, tracking for 1 runner is hard enough, so Opno, fantastic.
It's a little easy to do if you can have 2 trackers up, but still difficult, more difficult than I would want. And it looks like Adam is trying to whistle to the correct dungeon to get into level 9.
there's a lot of whistling. I lost track of what number we'd end up on, but we are exactly where I believe that Adam wanted to end up.
I think you are correct. One beeline later, level 9 for Adam at 126.19. Let's see if Adam can clear this level 9 faster.
Coming in with mags right out of the gate is definitely going to clean up some of the combat here. Not that it was the most arduous, but even Paul's voices can be a bit frustrating. If Adam makes a habit of going through the transports early and often, we may actually find where Ganon was sooner than later. Zelda was a very linear path, but Ganon was definitely took a stair to get there. And bombing up out of Ganon's room. I think this might have been a slightly different path than what we saw Crackerzack taking. But either way, there's our answer right there. Adam now knows where Zelda is.
I see that we saw Ganon still not home.
Still not home. Still not home. But don't worry. Adam's gonna find Ganon a little bit later on.
Maybe there's a path south with bombs here that will get to Ganon. Because I don't think we saw this particular room with the Dig Dugger on Crackerzack's side.
Yeah, I don't think it was cleared out. Yeah. If it does pan out, especially knowing where the kidnapped is right now, that could make this a surprisingly quick 9.
I like surprisingly quick, but we're bombing the wrong way. Oh no. But here's the bomb droppers in level 9. Unlike Crackerzack, Adam has a full complement of bombs, but going the wrong way. However, I approve of going up this E column because it gives you the most coverage listening to rooms, given I don't think Adam got the hint for the location of Ganon.
No, I don't think so either. And that harkens back to what we were talking about, looking for Ganon's roar. It's going to be one room adjacent on left, right, top, or bottom to whatever room Link is standing in. And by going up in this E column, you cover 3 columns all the way around. Great way to get maximum coverage. Oh, but that is not a bombable wall.
Uh-oh, going the wrong way now. But maybe not going. Indecisive. We'll figure it out. We got this. Maybe we'll try this staircase, which our tracker Opno is saying is the good staircase, as opposed to the 12 other bad staircases.
I was gonna say, do we look around here, or do we poke our head out on the other side just to see where we end up? Rules out another push block room too, but it worked out just as well.
Yeah, this is the location of Ganon. Really close. And actually, I believe that nice game. That stairwell, you can hear Ganon. I believe it's down from here is Ganon.
Oh yes. So this should work out pretty well. And knowing the location of Zelda, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this room, and off we go.
Yeah, a little bit of a potential issue with the double moat putting Ganon possibly off center, but it looks like Adam's got a good place here. One more stab, there it is, and we have bacon, ladies and gentlemen.
From our tracker up, no, basically a perfect 9, pretty much. Adam had a very, very smooth path to the 2 major things that Adam wanted to find.
Yep, looks like gonna go back through this stairwell to get back closer to the top. I don't know if Opno's saying that Adam saw the door. Well, maybe has to have a path some way, right?
Ooh, maybe I was incorrect. I thought Adam had seen that door. I could have been wrong.
Oh well, if he didn't see the door, this still has a little bit of troll to it, but it's not as bad. Got to Ganon very quickly.
Oh, that's right. That's a really great call out. Yes, Adam saw it, but Adam was in a tea room when Adam saw that door. And seeing as how the ladder glitch is a little bit tricky to do sometimes, there's no clear path to the top portion of the tea room yet.
Good move, stepping away from that clock with the wall masters. Maybe this stair will be the stair that takes us to the top of the dungeon. Oh boy, it is! Can we bomb left?
And
the wall says yes. And I believe there's a door. There's the door. It pops open. All right, chat, let's get our GGs out for Adam. About to finish. An official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Fantastic. And a big GG to Adam. That was a very well done 9.
That was a very, very quick 9 in comparison. Oh, what could have been. Still, awesome finish. Always great to see both runners finish the seed. And so we'll wait a second to see if Adam's going to join us for an interview or not.
Absolutely. And the difference between the two of them was pretty small at the end of all of that. Despite Crackerzack getting into 9 a lot earlier, it's the great equalizer, as they say. A lot of work that goes in there. Eats up time.
And it does look like Adam is going to be joining us for an interview.
Well, I would absolutely love to know Adam's opinion on that 9, but with all the other, really challenging levels that were out there, 9, seeming one of the shortest ones that Adam ran into, really interested to see what his thoughts are compared to a variety of the other ones that were functioning.
Oh, Silver's deep in 8 was just rude of this seed. It was actually really awesome that Crackerzack dug them out, and honestly, I think that was a big part of the difference.
Yeah, I will certainly agree with you on this side. It was 8 was a big dig. It wasn't the easiest enemy set that ever existed out in Zelda 1. and yet Crackerzack went for it, and then all of a sudden, absolutely worth it. And that, I believe, is Adam joining us in the booth. Hello,
It
Adam.
is. GG's, Adam.
Sorry, I guess I didn't join up correctly. Or,
No, you did.
I'm not computer savvy.
It's okay. You did awesome. You're Zelda savvy, which is what we look for around here.
Yeah, but I wasn't quick enough. And I was feeling really good about the seed. I was doing a good time for me. An hour, 33 minutes or whatever. That's good for me.
Oh, absolutely. No, you ran a great seed. That Silver's location, I would be willing to bet if we threw this seed at a bunch of runners, almost all of them, especially if they were seasoned runners, would miss the Silvers in 8. They would take that early Triforce and be like, peace out, 8. I'll be back if the game makes me come back.
Oh, and I thought about that, but then I also thought there's 2 items there, and I'd still like to have the any key because I didn't have very many keys at the point, so it was worth going in to see what the items were to me. I don't know.
It absolutely worked out, and overall level 9 for you. That was very smooth. Finding the location of Zelda very early on, getting to Ganon with minimal difficulty.
Yeah,
Really
that I was surprised how easy 9 was. I was looking at the map and I was not happy.
Well, level 9 was easy. What I will say is this. Level 9 is easy if you just go the right way. But level 9 can also be a great equalizer and get you all turned around if you're not tracking it.
Yeah, exactly.
So aside from the Silvers being buried so deep in 8 like we saw, what was the most challenging part of that whole seed for you there, Adam?
I'm not very skilled at combat, so I die quite a bit. So, like when I died in Death Mountain and I went all the way back to starting position, going back to Death Mountain right away is a huge time suck, and it was better for me to go the other direction and see what was over there. And that could be good and bad because what happens is you can forget to get back to Death Mountain. And sometimes it works out for you. So that's for me. I need to keep working at it. Not die so much.
Well, some of that combat was pretty rough tonight. There was the Wizrobes were having a lot of fun in the dungeons that they were showing up in for sure.
The Manhandlas were having a lot of fun with me. Not one of them wanted to sit on top of the bomb.
Yeah, those plants can be very rude. So I think another key to this seed was Crackerzack was finding hearts early, and Adam, you were just on low hearts early, so that made the overworld a little more challenging.
Yeah. Which is why I got the blue ring when I did, too. I had the money, I found the shop, I was like, screw it. Go for it.
Oh, absolutely. There is no shame in a blue ring purchase. I don't know a single runner if they have enough money for it, there's good money seed, that wouldn't immediately pick up a blue ring.
Yeah, with those large secrets coming in at where they were at, it really primed up to pick up that blue ring early, so it was great seeing you get that opportunity.
One hint shop was, and I was tempted to go back and buy the hints, but again, that's going all the way back to Death Mountain, and I can't screen scroll, so I can't take the shortcut along the river. So I would have to go all the way through the Dead Woods to get to that hint shop again.
Yeah, well, once you have the ladder, you could ladder across the river, but even so, there's no shame in not being able to screen scroll. Screen scrolling is, while not super difficult, it's still difficult.
I didn't get the ladder until later, I think.
Yeah, you were pretty late to the ladder as the Armos item. I don't think the power bracelet actually led to anything. You didn't even go back to the coast and pick it up. So, Hooray.
I had found all the levels, so I figured the only thing that could be there is probably maybe the last take any.
I think that's correct. There was a take any under one of the power bracelet spots.
And I had enough for mag, so that would just be a time suck at that point.
That's true. The only other thing I can say on take any's is sometimes the experienced runners will leave a take any specifically to go back and pick up a red potion.
I've never really done that. I probably should.
Oh no. What I will tell you is play the game in the way you're most comfortable with. Just because I say, oh well, an experienced runner would do this, I wouldn't do that. In this flag set, I won't even pick up a blue candle from a take any. I know the sword cave's out there. I'll find it.
Exactly. But I had found the letter early, so when you know you have the letter, you know you can buy a potion. So
exactly.
So
that is, I think, the only question I would have when you got to the end of the seed. You had level 8 with 2 items and level 9 with 2 items. What influenced your decision to go to 8 instead of 9?
8 was real close to 7. I hadn't found either of the items. I thought maybe the any key might be in there, the silvers might be in there, so it was worth the time to me to dig it out and get the items before heading to 9, because 9 was, in the next forest over, and I don't know, I felt like if the silvers weren't in 9 and how long would it take me to figure that out, and then I got to come back to 8, dig out 8 anyway, and then go back to 9. So I don't know, to me the math was just go ahead and do 8. It's right here. You got everything to dig through it quick. The ring, the mags. So just run through 8 fast you can and see what's there.
Well, that makes sense to me. I never fault runners for the decisions they make. What I tell Chad is up here in the booth, we're like armchair Zelda players up here. What do you think, Neon? Armchair Zelda up here?
Yeah, I think so. Armchair Zelda works out from our position of omnipotence, so to speak.
The hints, and I knew what at least one of the items in 8 was. Maybe that would have changed my mind too, because I found the dungeon heart pretty quick. If I would have known that the other item was, let's say, a boomerang, I could dip quick and head to 9, not wasting my time.
Absolutely. I think we only saw one hint on stream tonight, and Crackerzack was the one who bought it, and it was a cheap hint, and it ended up being just the hint that he was looking for. He'd already gotten the silvers out of 8 early, and the hint was for the bow and 2.
Oh. He crushed it then. Getting the silvers early, shoot.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, go ahead, Neon.
No, I was gonna say it was a deep dive into 8, but it was one of those early decisions that really pays off.
See, and I wasn't combat ready for 8.
And that's perfectly fine. I was saying that early in the seed too. I'm like, oh, there's Wizrobes. I'm leaving that dungeon until I got more to come back with.
Yeah, if you watch my tracker, I marked like 3-4 dungeons with combat blocks because I just wasn't ready to deal with all that in Pokey. and green tunic and 4 hearts.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. So, was there any other memorable moments that you had about this seed, Adam?
No, it was a fairly nice seed, pretty straightforward. Don't get me wrong, I yelled at my screen more than once, but that was mostly at those main handlers. They were pissing.
Oh, be friendly. You can do it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Slip-ups do happen occasionally, and that's all right. But yeah, the manhandlers, it seemed like they didn't go your way, and every time Crackerzack laid a bomb near a manhandler just went right over the top of it. It was most interesting.
So it wasn't just me, it was the seed.
That's right. So, well, sometimes that's how the seed goes. It's like sometimes you make all the right decisions, you go all the right ways, and other times you full clear the overworld, you full clear all the dungeons, and it's just like everything is awful. I don't know how else to put it other than that. And so, Neon, did you have any other thoughts on this seed before we wrap it up for the evening?
Nothing more than just to really say, good work, Adam. I know you mentioned that you marked off a few of those as combat blocked. I would have done the same thing. Don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of real messiness there, and yet you stuck it out and persevered and came out the other side, and that's a really good time.
Appreciate that. And GG's to my opponent who kicked my ass.
Yeah, well, GG's to you, Adam. It's an accomplishment to finish one of these seeds. GG's to Crackerzack. Chat, if you haven't already, please give both of these runners a follow and follow the rest of the commentary crew. Follow Neon Oname or Neo Nonane, however we want to pronounce that. We'll have Neon do it for us professionally shortly, and follow OpnoPoint, our tracker. Again, without trackers, we don't get restreamed.
And of course, make sure to follow JXB Adam over here. And the professional pronunciation is Neo Nonane. Neon just seems to work a little bit smoother.
Ah, I like it. So, Neo Nonane. So I got it correct. Hooray!
You did. You did. I loved it. Very impressed.
All right, and that's actually going to bring us to a close of tonight's presentation of The Legend of Zelda Randomizer Rookie Rumble 3 or Rookie Rumble 2024. This is a first round matchup. It was between Crackerzack71 and Adam WM79. While the stream may not have been close, it was still a hard fought battle. Crackerzack came away with the win, but this is a best out of 3. So it will be up to Adam to take game 2 to force game 3, and I am sure that we will know when those are at some point. Look for it on the SpeedGaming schedule.
We agreed to do tomorrow night, so.
Oh, there you go. It'll be tomorrow night. Channel to be determined if a race crew is found. And with that, on behalf of the entire crew, myself, Neo Nonane, and OpnoPoint, I would like to send out a special thank you to SpeedGaming for allowing us to restream on your channel. Thank you very much for that, because without a restream channel, nobody gets to watch this. Thanks to the runners for running in this tournament. Without runners, we don't have anything to talk about other than talking to ourselves, and I don't know how many people would stay long to listen to just me and Neon talking to each other about random things. And with that, I will say, everyone out there, have a great evening. Good night.
Okay.